Meanwhile, a controversial proposal to build a housing area on Hawk Ridge is off the Duluth City Council agenda for good. The rezoning proposal for a new housing development in the Hawk Ridge neighborhood was pulled off the council agenda Friday by the developer, that's New Haven LLC. President of New Haven, Nick Erickson, told Northern News Now today that while they were confident the ordinance would pass, he believed it would not be possible to move forward as it's currently written. Still on the agenda for tomorrow night, though, is a resolution to transfer $14.5 million to the Duluth Economic Development Authority for affordable housing, childcare, and blight reduction. Some of that funding is from the American Rescue Plan. A previous resolution to transfer the funds to the Housing Redevelopment Authority failed back in April.